How are some of your favorite prospects doing thus far in the 2020 college football season? Are they helping? Are they hurting your stock? Well, I'm going to go over 10 guys that have really helped their stock going into the 2021 NFL draft. But before we get into that, what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. It really helps the channel out a ton, so go ahead and do it. It just takes a click, so do that. And did I say subscribe? That's right, just do it. What are you waiting for? You can leave me whenever you want. I know you want this good draft content. I provide a lots of draft content. I can't want it for you. So just go and click that subscribe button. If you want to talk more college football, check me out on the Flick Sports app. I got a link for it in the description below. It's basically just football Discord. I'm in there. I'm trying to get this group to 100 members, so come and help me along the journey, and it's probably the best way to, if you want to talk football with me. And yeah, shoot, let's do this. But of course, with talking about the good, let's talk about some of the bad going on. Not the bad, but just a few guys that things aren't going the way they should. And let's first talk about my boy Tamari and Terry. I mean, in the arms of the angels fly away. He basically quit on Florida State. Kind of sort of. He's basically just going to choose to opt out for the rest of the season. I mean, I don't think playing the rest of the year would help his stock. I mean, Mike Norvell's scheme, super gimmicky, coming from Memphis. So what Terry really needed to do was show he has an expanded route tree. That won't happen in the route simple or the route simplicity of the current Florida State offense. So I don't think it was really going to help his stock. I don't think leaving hurts it. Now he could just kind of focus on the combine and the whole draft process. Marvin Wilson, he's out for the rest of the year with an injury. I think he probably did more to hurt his stock than help it, but he's still going to be, like, I think he's a high day 2, maybe even late first round pick at this point. Unfortunate news, Journey Brown, Penn State's running back, he retired. He has a heart condition, basically, that forced him into early retirement. So, you know, my best wishes to him, dude, and that really sucks. But yeah, he is another one that is not going to be in the 2021 NFL draft. So enough with the bad. Let's talk about the good, and I'm going to talk about my boy Tyler Linderbaum. Now, I had him in my 2022 NFL mock draft, but now the more that I've seen, he's played 3 games, and it's like, wow, he really has no reason to stay. Guy's probably the top center. I thought it would be Drake Jackson. He's been looking pretty good this year for Kentucky, but Linderbaum, I think, is far and ahead probably the best center in college football in this draft. He did bulk up to almost 290. He's allowed no pressures through 3 games. He's just looked that darn good. And then we got Ronnie Perkins, the Oklahoma edge defender. He was okay in the 2018 and 2019 season. Nothing special. He's an undersized pass rusher at 6'3", 247. But he did return from injury, and he blew it up against Kansas. Granted, this is Kansas. 11 pressures, 2 sacks. So just maybe a name to keep an eye on. Maybe a day 3 guy here. Chris Rump, dude, really helping his stock, man. The dude, he's supposedly he's about 240, 245. No, I think it's 235, 240. I really would love if he could get to that 250 area, but it is what it is. He started off the season pretty slow, facing that tough Notre Dame offensive line, but he's really turned it on from that game. He has 28 pressures and 8 sacks since the Notre Dame game. He's just been a monster, and I think he's probably back into the day 2 discussion, maybe even late first round. But another guy that could come out or decide to come back and go to the 2022 NFL draft. Phidarian Mathis, the more I watch this guy, the more I'm like, in a weak defensive tackle class, I think he could probably be a day 2, maybe even sneak into the first round. He is very good. He has 9 pressures on the season with 2 sacks, and that's all just on 76 pass rushing snaps. He's been very good. And then let's just talk about the other DT that I think is looked very well is Marlon Tuipulotu. Nailed it. At a USC, and now everyone talks about Tufili. He decided to opt out, but I think this guy's the better prospect, man. He showed flashes in the past, and he came out and just looked like a stud. He looked like a star against Arizona State. He had 3 pressures, 2 sacks, and this was only on 24 pass rushing snaps. This is a bit premature, and we will have to see what, how he looks the rest of the season, but just a guy that, keep your eyes on. Next on the list, I got Jihad Dotson out of Penn State. He's best known this season for just obliterating Shaun Wade. Shaun Wade, keep in mind, he looked better this week. He looked more comfortable on the outside, but Dotson really just had a field day with Wade. There are aspects of Dotson's game that's kind of KJ Hamler-esque, even to his size. He has 21 catches for 361 yards and 5 touchdowns, already passing his career totals. So, yeah, a guy to just keep your eye on, see how he kind of pans out the rest of the year. And then we got Jonathan Adams Jr. out of Arkansas State. That's right. I look at the comment section and I finally checked him out. He's got great size, 6'3", 220, and he's literally got. He was pretty solid in 2019, and he's kind of absorbed Omar Bayless's the #1 from last year, all of his targets. He's got 94 targets on the season, over 800 yards. 8 drops, kind of worrisome, He did have 4 last year, so just something to monitor. Drops kind of are a big thing, but I definitely think this guy's in the 3rd to 4th round area. And then a guy I'm really kind of high on, kind of after just 2 games, Cornell Powell out of Clemson. The guy's built like a running back at 6 foot, 210 pounds, and he's really blown up these past 2 games with DJ at quarterback. So I'm curious if his production will continue to look this good with Trevor Lawrence back at quarterback. So that's something to monitor. But these past 2 games he's looked really good. He's been solid as a route runner with big body. But yeah, these past 2 games, 17 receptions for 266 yards and a touchdown. I mean, the guy, his season high before coming into this game was like 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Was a season high. He's done that in 2 games. Wow. So he keep in mind he's a 5th year senior. So he is a bit on the older side, not too much older though, not too much older. And then of course, let's talk about some of the guys that are now in the top 10 type of area in the draft. And Quiddipe, of course, this dude's been dominant. He looks like a different type of pass rusher than he did the year before. He has displayed more pass rush tools, better technique. The guy has 19 pressures and 2 sacks over 3 games. Phenomenal. He's my edge one. As of now, he's my edge one. He's done what I needed, what I needed to see from Gregory Rousseau. And then Zach Wilson, dude, Mormon Marino himself. He is, I think I'm going to put him at quarterback 3 now, man. It's going to leap Trey Lance. He obliterated Boise State, and that was a solid defense. He did that too. He just makes NFL throws. He's got the arm talent. You might be like level of competition, but I mean, those people that are high on Trey Lance, they'll say, oh, that doesn't matter. So, okay, that doesn't matter then. Cool. I'm cool with that. But Wilson, yeah, man, I think at this point he's going to be a top 10 pick. And if BYU does manage to make a playoff game, dude, it will be interesting to see how he does against a Power 5 school. But yeah, that's it for the video. That's all I got for you. Go ahead, do the YouTube thing. If you want to check out any of my other mock drafts, you could go do that. They're on the channel. Just go to the channel. You can check out the 2021 NFL mock draft. You can check out my 7-round mock draft. You can check out my 2022 NFL mock draft. I got mock drafts for days. But as always, till next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.